Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lina and I am your Russian teacher. Today we are gonna learn the most important words that you should know at levels A1, A2 to describe place and direction. Promise me to learn all these 25 words and use them in your daily conversation. And now let's start. At first, I wanted to say that it's not really a good idea to learn words separately, like I'm gonna give you them. Because in Russian, as you know, the grammar is very complicated. And if you don't know what preposition, what case, what gender to use after the word, it's kind of useless to learn them separately. That's why today I'm gonna give you the words of place and direction, but plus preposition and the case with which we should use these words. And the first word, that's the word близко. Близко we will use with the preposition к plus dative case. And for instance, we can say here Я живу близко к центру. Like this, the best way to learn all these words that I'm gonna give you is to make your own phrases. Like the word близко and my example Я живу близко к центру. You should do the same. You should make 2 or 3 similar phrases using this word близко plus preposition к plus dative case. Like this, you will remember how to use this word in the context, with correct grammar, with correct words, and like this, for you, it'll be much easier if you learn the phrase instead of just the word близко. Then, the opposite word is the word далеко. But далеко we will use with the preposition от plus genitive case. Ты еще далеко от моего дома? Again, от моего дома. That's genitive case. Then, 3 similar words. Здесь, тут, там. Здесь and тут are just the same. There is no difference between them. You can say я уже здесь and you can equally say я уже тут. They are just the same. Там, as you can understand, it's just there. So, ты уже там? Then the word number 6. Напротив. After напротив, we don't use any preposition and we use genitive case. Я живу напротив аптеки. Я живу напротив аптеки. The next one is около. Около also doesn't require any preposition, and we use genitive case. Он живет около магазина. The similar one is рядом. They are the same, около, рядом, near, next to, but the grammar is different here. If около we use without preposition plus genitive case, рядом we will use with the preposition с plus instrumental case. And like this you will have. Он живет рядом с аптекой. Он живет рядом с аптекой. The next 2 very similar words. Слева and справа. The grammar is the same. Both we will use with the preposition от plus genitive case. Слева от меня моя подруга и справа от меня моя сестра. And the last word in this section is the word между. Между we don't use with any preposition, but we have to use the instrumental case. Не стой между нами. Не стой между нами. The next part, if we're talking about directions, when you need to give directions, for example, in the street, when someone is asking you, where is the museum, for example, где музей? And like this, you can use all these words that I'm gonna give you. And as an example, we will use it with the word идти. or with any other verbs of motion, as you can understand. It can be идти, ехать, пойти, поехать. So like this, we will use идти in its imperative form. Иди, if we're talking informally, and if you want a polite, formal version, it'll be идите. Иди or идите. So let's look at the words here. Вверх, вниз, налево, направо. Don't confuse налево, направо with the previous words слева and справа. Слева and справа, they are locations, and as you remember, we use them with от plus genitive case. Слева от меня, справа от меня. But here it's just налево, направо. Иди налево, иди направо. Only directions here, and only we use it with verbs of motion. Then the word прямо, same logic. Иди прямо, иди прямо 100 метров, затем поверни направо, or затем иди направо, and затем иди налево. All these directions you can use when you need it. And two last words here, that's сюда and туда. Same logic. Don't confuse туда and сюда with тут and там, because тут and там, they are locations. Я тут, ты там. But туда-сюда we use only with direction and only with verbs of motion. Иди сюда or иди туда. Okay, and the last part, a few important prepositions. Probably you know all of them already, you've heard them for sure if you've been learning Russian for quite some time, but you probably don't know how to use them correctly, with which cases and in what form. The first one, the most important, the most useful, that's the preposition в. В can take two cases. It can be accusative and it can be prepositional, depending on the meaning. If you're talking about direction, motion, it'll be accusative case. Я иду в магазин. Я иду в магазин. And if you're talking about location, then it'll be prepositional case. Я в магазине. Я в магазине. Same will be for the preposition на. Same logic. If you're talking about direction, motion, it'll be accusative case. Я иду на работу. And if you are there already, if it's your location, then it'll be prepositional case. Я на работе. I already made the video about which preposition to choose, if it's в, if it's на, because there is a rule how to choose the correct one, and you can watch it if you missed it. And also I have an old video about accusative or prepositional case, also very important, very tricky topic where usually people make a lot of mistakes. You can watch it if you missed it too. Okay, the next one, that's the preposition до. До we will use with genitive case. Расстояние до Москвы очень большое. Расстояние до Москвы очень большое. The next one is за, if we mean it like behind, and if we're talking about place, location. For example, он ждет меня за тем домом. The next preposition is над. Над we will use with instrumental case. Цветок висит над столом. Цветок висит над столом. The opposite will be под, and also we'll use it with instrumental case. Кот спит под стулом. Кот спит под стулом. And finally, the last one, that's the preposition по. По we'll use with dative case. And here, very often, you will use it with the verb гулять. Мы гуляем по парку. Мы гуляем по парку. This verb is pretty tricky because in English, if you translate to walk, walk sounds like verb of motion because you are in the motion. But in Russian, we don't use this verb with the accusative case as normal verbs of motion. Гулять we will use with dative case if we take the preposition по, гулять по городу, гулять по парку. Or we can use it with the prepositional case if we take prepositions в or на. Гулять в парке, гулять в городе. So here you just need to remember that it's not accusative case, even though it sounds like verb of motion. No, here we don't use it with the accusative case. Here it'll be more often по plus dative case. Гулять по городу. And that's it. I hope it was helpful and you learned something new for you today, because all these words, they are very tricky. As you can see, even though all of them mean places or directions, we use every time different cases. And if you don't know the case, it's actually very complicated to guess it, because it can be genitive, it can be instrumental, it can be dative, accusative, prepositional. Almost all the cases we used today. So good luck with all these words, and you promised me to use them in your daily conversation, and I hope it won't be really difficult and you will succeed. I'm sure in it. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to my channel and learn Russian with me.